Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Saturday morning's messages of love from above, or afternoon or evening, wherever you are at in the world. Good to see you. I hope you're having an amazing weekend. Before we get started here, let me just get my desktop all set up as per usual. And excited. Got some beautiful new moon energy in Pisces coming out, which we'll talk about here briefly in a moment. Let me get that set up. It looks good there. We look good here. Yes, we are live. All right. So before we get into the reading and get into everything, let's send some love out to the world. So if you'd like to join me in doing it, of course, I absolutely welcome it. The universe, definitely wants to send out as much love energy into this realm as we can at this time in humanity, right? We're entering the age of Aquarius. We got all this Pluto in Aquarius energy, a lot of change, a lot of ignition of fear from our little inner child self. It doesn't like change. And so change is in the air. We're like, no. So the more love that we can fill ourselves up with and send out to the world, the more it helps our planet, our collective. So again, if you'd like to join me, whether you're watching live or even on replay, we can all join together outside of space and time and send the love out to the world. So we'll start off by taking a big deep breath and let that love flow into us and let everything in the outside world just fall away for a moment. So big deep breath. And hold it for as long as you can. And then release. Beautiful. And then as I hit the singing bowl, just imagine that beautiful love from above coming down into our hearts, filling us up and flowing out to the world. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. Put it back there as it continues to sing a little bit more. It's a strong bowl. It just goes on and vibrates. I love it. All right. So if you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. We got a great group of people, huge hearts, great senses of humor, great combination. And as I mentioned, we have some great energy coming in tomorrow with the new moon in Pisces. And here's a pick a card that talks about how to make the most of the 10 new moon wishes we get every new moon. And so I'd be interested to check that out. And then also there's a pick a card where you can choose from finding out what fear can you transform. So I love that. And then of course we are in the middle of Pisces season. I was just reading yesterday that there's like 5 planets in Pisces right now. So a lot of dreamy connection to spirit. So this is a pick a card around Pisces season that runs February 19th to like March 19th. And there's also a special bonus reading for all you Pisces sun babies. So happy birthday to all you Pisces sun babies. My mom's a Pisces. I don't think she watches this though. But if you are, happy birthday, Mom. And the so if you, it's a 3-month forecast. So if you have any friends who are Pisces sun babies as well, forward it to them and tell them happy birthday from their bruddaZEN. All right. And then also, we have a new podcast coming out tomorrow, at least a new podcast episode. It's a podcast that I introduced just probably about 5, 6 weeks ago. It's called From Chaos to Cozy. It's all about our journey coming from cozy down to this chaos and then our journey back to cozy. And this one was called First Steps, was last Sunday, which after I had my darkest time in my life, which I talked about in episode 3, this is the first step, some huge things that help me pull myself up out of chaos. And then we continue that here in episode 5, which I think episode 5, I'm recording a few in advance. So I think it's about the other. It's our relationship to others. Part of that chaos, of course, big piece of our chaos is interacting with other humans, right? So you can catch up on the podcast. There's a playlist link there too. And then also, I did introduce life purpose readings at the beginning of March. They're half off for the rest of March. So if you're interested, you can check that video out. And then if you're looking for a meditational experience, each month I also have a pilgrimage meditation. This one, we went to Lake Titicaca. I, I always revert to a 7-year-old when I say that, but it's the sacral chakra of the planet. And so we go visit. We have a meditational experience going to visit there and meet some interesting people along the way or beings. And there's also a pick a card around that where you can use support in your life. So if you're interested, all that stuff is free. You can check it out. Let me move this stuff out of the way. Yeah, and we have a lunar eclipse coming up on March 25th too, which is full moon in Libra, and then April 8th, a solar eclipse in Aries. So we've got a lot of this we energy, we all the way home, right? With a full moon in Libra, and then the me with the Aries new moon energy that comes in on that. We do, get that energy 4 to 6 weeks or more before. So we're already in feeling this endings and beginnings of the eclipses, endings and beginnings of moving from Pisces to Aries on March 19th, which is also the equinox, which I'll be posting here. Next Friday, there's going to be a um, videos for each individual zodiac sign for the equinox, spring in the northern hemisphere, fall in the southern hemisphere. So be on the lookout for that. And shout out to Magana. I have one of my YouTube channel members. So hello to you. Um, you were one of the winners of the Zen Cricket giveaways, and all of my YouTube channel members get advanced access to my podcast. I record 1, 2. I'm going to try to shoot for 3 in advance. My and then my pick a cards, like they already have access to those equinox uh, um, playlist, and then also all my weekly pick a cards. I do at least one in advance too. So if you're interested, be sure to check that out. There's links in the description box about all of my YouTube channel memberships. The Zen Cricket is $2.99 a month, and then you also have access to the Cozy Chat on Wednesdays, which is an hour. We talk about the podcast. We talk about how to, anything that we want to know about. This is my chaos. What does Spirit think will help me move that chaos to cozy? So I love those. And then my Praying Mantis members is $7.99 a month. In addition to all of that, they also get a 2-hour Q&A on Thursdays. And then each one of my 5 times I go live on the weekend, after my 2-hour session, I have an hour for each of my, with each of my, for my Praying Mantis members. So if you're interested in that, just to let you know, that's all available. All right, enough of the blah blah blah. Let's get into it. And I for the free readings, I do move down in order. First come, first serve. This Pisces energy. I'm a Pisces moon, so I'm a little bit hyper during the Pisces season. So I have a stellium, which means 4 or more planets. I have 5 planets in in Pisces, so look out. So just a warning. But anyway, the free readings, I do go down in order, first come, first serve, and there's no special list. The chat is the list. You just put your question out there, or if you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading. Spirit knows, so that's what's important. And if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. This is how I earn my living, is through these readings and my personal readings, everything else I offer. So all the donations are what help. So and the YouTube channel memberships, I can talk. I really can. Um, so for the donations, I do step outside of the free readings, dive deeper into those, pull more cards, and then I return back and then go down the list. All right. So let's get into it. Mia, hello, hello. Thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that some love and a like. Thank you for your continual donations. You donate quite a bit, and I really appreciate that. So a big shout out to you because you help um, fund all these free readings that I do too. All right. Hello, hello. Happy Saturday to you. And you want to know, will you be attracted to M as much as you are now, and even more when you see him in person? Your deep feelings and thoughts about him. Yeah, let's take a look here and see, based on current energies, what that looks like. And I know how that is. We fall in love with this idea of what we have, and then we meet people in person and we're like, so let's take a look and see. Oh, they want that one too. All right. All right, let's see what we've got here. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Okay. And yeah, we've got here the first two cards that came out, and I'm using the Arcanus Animal Tarot just in case anyone is interested in those. Um, we got the Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. So we have this equal, energy here of the Six of Wands, which it's victory, but it's equal passion. So we like that. And the Queen of Pentacles, too. This is about being true to yourself here with the Queen of Pentacles. And, you know, so there is this Empress energy of new birth and sensuality and attraction. So I think that everything seems to be going along here. Because you've also got the Two of Wands, which is can be mutual passion, but it's whatever energy you focus on, of course, is what's going to expand here. And so you get to make these choices and inside, right? It's like as you experience things, what story do you put to that? What emotion do you want to feel? What energy do you put forward in your physical action? So your experience is a lot in your hands here as well. But I feel like with those first cards, they're like it's an easy decision for you to choose to be like, wow, Nine of Cups here is wish fulfillment, dreams come true, and you have your Hierophant, which is drawing you up and allowing you to see things from a different perspective too. So all of these three coming out together really tells me that when you meet, it's going to be different, more different than anything you've had before, because you are taking responsibility for you, and your energy is more focused on what am I choosing, what am I feeling, what am I thinking, not so much like I wonder what they're thinking and what da 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 da, right? It's like you're bringing it back to you, stepping into your power, realizing that you're the one that gets to decide things, and even have it here with the High Priestess and the Nine of Swords here, which is the High Priestess is pulling back to themselves, looking into connecting higher and going behind your veil, diving deep into your emotions and facing your fears with the Nine of Swords. And I like this for you because it is this, again, it just feels different because you're really realizing when things start to I hope they like me, or I hope this, I hope that, but you're bringing it back to you going, how do I feel about me? How do I feel about them? How do I feel about what am I choosing? What story am I creating in my mind? What fears are coming up trying to, the old ways of thinking, the old ways of you know, creating stories in our brain about, well, this is what this is supposed to mean. It's like, no, I get to determine what this means. So it's a very empowering time, and I like this, that there's a little bit of time in between for you to really just step into that power and really bring that focus back to me, to me, to me. I can only choose for me. They can only choose for them, and I'm going to choose the story. I'm going to choose my emotions. I get to choose this. And I know when it's two people, it's like, well, some of it depends on them. It's like, well, really it doesn't, because we can live stalker stories all we want in our head. But this is with the first cards that came out, I feel like it's there is this mutualness, and just remember you're looking in a mirror, when you look at them. But I feel like it's positive. I feel like you're just, especially with that Nine of Cups, you're just like, yeah, this is different. This is unique. I love this interaction because I do feel like it's so much about, um, you know, more of an equal giving and receiving, an equal attraction, an equal respect, and all of that. So I like all that. So that's what's coming in for you right now, Mia Mia. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. So thank you again so much for your donation. I appreciate that. And Empress Tarot, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being a new subscriber, and thank you for the donation too. And so you have here, you're like, what are Jay's feelings and intentions, next actions for you? Absolutely. Let's take a look here. I love the little hey you. Thank you for that sticker. Super cool. Super cool. All right. So Jay's feelings and intentions and next actions. So let's take a look here at feelings. And then these ones here are next intentions and actions. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. So, on the bottom of the deck, we do have the Two of Swords coming in here, which the Two of Swords, see if you can get, there we go, maybe not so bright, um, is is that they're at this crossroads. And I feel like this is, the energy before we're really looking at the cards to answer your questions. And they're giving you kind of this, just this, this viewpoint, this like this is where they're coming from. This is what they're going through. So before we look at what their feelings are towards you and intentions and all that, they're like, realize that whenever we ask that, um, it's a lot not about us at all, right? When someone's feelings and intentions, we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. So when they're looking at you, they're looking through the lens of themselves. And so they want to give you an idea of what this lens looks like so that you're not like, oh, this is about me. You're like, well, so, we have that, coming in here. So they're at this crossroads. They're in this transformation with the Hanged Man. So they've got a lot happening, a lot of this movement, a lot of this stuff happening. And he just got to show you that, of course, you have the Empress at the bottom of the deck as well, underneath all of that. So there you are showing up. I like that. So just know all of this before we look at all of this, just they got a lot going on. They're in this big transformational time in their life, making a lot of big decisions. So, if you feel like they've been unavailable in some ways, it's because they are like overwhelmed with life change. Like a caterpillar, losing its outer shell to become caterpillar soup to become a butterfly. They're in that soup, like lost and kind of feeling coming in, right? So their feelings for you. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like it. So the first three cards that came out with regarding that, we've got the Two of Cups. So we like that. So there is this important relationship, this connection of love that's there. Obviously you know that Empress Tarot because you're a tarot reader. And I like that, the Empress showed up on the bottom and they are appearing as the Emperor. So your divine counterpart and the Page of Swords, that's coming in here too. The Emperor, of course, they have this Aries energy of a lot of new beginnings, a lot of new um, decisions that they're making, a lot of clarification they're having in their life. That's showing up again with that Emperor energy. and they are looking at things differently. This Page of Swords is having them challenge and look at their old mindsets. Maybe they're going through their Saturn return. If they're between 25 and 35, then they could have like a lot of these beliefs shaking up, and this is what this transformation is happening. Um, but I do feel like there's this, their feelings for you is they do feel like they would be a good match. Emperor and Empress, right? It's not a king and an empress or emperor and a queen. It's equal, empress and emperor. So I like that. He's 38. Yeah. So maybe he's just stubborn, where he's been holding on to a lot of his old, the old, feelings and everything like that, and thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, and these things are being challenged in their life right now, because I feel like that's where a lot of that. But these are the feelings towards you, which I like. Very supportive here. And then we were looking at their intentions. Okay. Well, you got the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Cups. So movement of emotion. And the Nine of Cups is one of the emotional wish fulfillment cards. So do you feel they have these, intentions of moving towards love? Because I do feel like even though they may not share it outwardly, I feel like they're a big thinker. But I feel like bubbling below the surface here is this desire, once certain things are in place for them, that they want to offer this and they want to move forward here. So I do like that. Hey, Eshu Agarwal, I do see your question. If you, I know sometimes in YouTube it doesn't appear on your side, but it's appeared 3 times, so you don't have to post it anymore because 'cause you're starting to spam. So, just a FYI for you there, so you don't have to keep posting. And then yeah, and then I feel here, like, their next actions here, the 3 of Cups is joy, celebration, and I feel like with this 3 of Cups, I feel like they want to bring you into like a group activity. And I like this because it feels like a joyful, it almost feels like 4 of Wands, like they want to invite you to attend a party or a gathering, and just to kind of, I don't know, to see um how you, it's not a test, like, I just don't feel like they want to see how you get along with some of their friends, and I feel like there's gonna be, like, this kind of gathering together and, um, an invitation for that. So you're like, "Oh." But so that's what I feel like is coming in there, for you, is, that's their intention, is to start off there, right? And just to see how it goes and how things unfold, and just while they're getting things figured out in their head, they're like, "Well, I let's do a group activity," kind of thing. And it's like, "Okay, well, let's go have fun." And you don't have to worry, of course, you're the empress, right? You're like, if they don't, whatever unfolds is for me, and I'm just going to be myself. I'm not going to try to be who everyone wants me to be, because when you're yourself, they love you, right? When you're pretending and trying to be something else, people see through it and they're like, what is this, act you're putting on, right? And you're very pure yourself. That Empress energy, of course. You don't like roles and all that stuff, right? You'd rather run naked through the forest than obey rules in a city, right? So I like that for you. So that's what's coming through right now, Empress Tarot. So thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And then Infinity is one. Hello, Infinity, and thank you for the puppy dog sticker and your donation. Yeah, that's you. You're like, yep, boom. If you guys don't like me, then there's something wrong with you. And I love that. Okay, and then Affinity. Oh, here's your question up here, Infinity. I saw it. All right. So a couple different people had told you there was some King of Cups coming in for you at the end of the month. The end of last month. Did you miss it? They're watching you. They're coming into your life. You just don't see them yet because they're stalking you. I'm just kidding. Let's take a look here and see what spirit wants you to know here. All right. What is happening here? All right. Wow. Okay. Okay. He said King of Cups, right? Okay. So I love spirit. So the bottom of the deck, you got the Ace of Cups, which is new love, and it is someone that will be, coming in for you here, Um, so when people are coming into your life, you know, and we as tarot readers probably don't do this justice enough when we're saying things. Because usually it's a range. When we're someone's coming into our life, it's not like a date and time and this. So there's always the possibility of meeting someone here or through this. There's this range. If it's a fated relationship, especially, which I kind of feel like this is fated, obviously with this reading I'm about to give you because but it's a range and based on what our energy, if we're raising our love vibration, we draw people in faster. If they're raising their love vibration, you're drawn together. But if they aren't doing that inner work as fast, then it doesn't draw in fast enough. So hopefully that makes sense with all that. But with the Ace of Cups, it is saying, yes, you do have this energy, you do have this, new love coming your way, and it's someone you do not know yet, so you haven't met them yet. And and an important thing too to realize is that if whatever is meant for us will not pass us by, right? We if it's meant to be, if we, if we miss each other like this, we'll come back here and so we can trust that what is meant for us will never pass us by. You got the Full card, which again is a new adventure, a new journey that's free of a lot of expectations and a lot of those things, that are coming in with you know we have like a lot of expectations that we're taught in life, supposed to, shoulds, need tos, have tos. I talk about that a lot, right? Where we get that all that stuff, that popular opinion, but this is free of all that, and I like this because if this is just telling me that there's just some things that needed to end to allow the space for them to come in to your life, for you guys to come into each other's lives, right? Because you have the Full card, which is the first card in the major arcana. And then you have the World card as well with the you know, endings and beginnings. The last card in the major arcana meaning the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new adventure. So you do have this movement that's happening here. And then this is why I had to crack up because the card that came out with this is the King of Cups. Shut up. I know. I love it. I love spirit. You just gotta love it, right? So I do feel here, and it is faded. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Judgment card, which is a higher calling and like our spirit, drawing us into this relationship. That's why I feel like it's a faded relationship here. And this is just to confirm, well, why didn't they show up? Well, we got the Two of Wands, which is our power of energy and our power of choice. And whatever we focus on is what grows and expands, right? And, so if our energy, if we're focusing on what we feel is missing in our life, then we're telling the universe with our energy, I really enjoy missing things. I enjoy, not having them in my life. Can you have me not, can you draw it out? Like, sure, if you want to torture yourself and miss things more, yes, or wanting even like, I want this relationship, I want some in my life. If we're focusing on wanting, 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 then we're telling spirit, I really enjoy this feeling of wanting. So can you make me continue to want? Which means you don't get to have it come in. Or if we're focused on what we're hating or fearing, all of that, we grow it and we're telling the universe we want more of that. But when the Two of Wands comes in, it's telling us there's another choice, which is gratitude and unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace. And so this, you know, change of like, you know what, I do want a relationship with this King of Cups. And so this is what I want. You ask for it once, right? And then we start gratitude. We start seeing it in our mind's eye that, I'm meeting this person, and I'm so grateful for that. We start feeling, what does it feel like when I meet them? We have gratitude for that. And then we're like, what am I focusing my energy and my intentions? I'm focusing it on this higher vibration. What physical actions am I taking too? Even if it's like, I have gratitude and I'm cleansing my home, I'm getting rid of stuff, I'm purging, all of that stuff that we do helps with this, Two of Wands. And the Four of Wands too is joy, celebration. So, focusing, our energy on joy and celebration rather than on what I don't have, because I just get more of what I'm asking for. And I love this example, so I tend to overuse it. So apologies if I've mentioned this a lot. But it's like a little kid going into a donut shop. It's got this glass case, and when we point at everything that we don't want, we end up with a dozen of those donuts we hate. But if we focus at all the things we love, then we get a dozens of those given to us instead. So I like this energy coming in here. And the Four of Wands is standing out too. It's a marriage card or gathering. And I feel like how you meet them is at a, some sort of event like a wedding or a party or a celebration of some kind. You don't know them yet, and so this is where you meet them. In that vicinity. So that is what I feel is coming in there for you. So yeah, I know, right? I'd be like, oh no, did I miss them? Maybe next lifetime. No, I'm just kidding. It's not like that. Which I love that what's meant for us, we can trust will come back around if we miss it. But I don't feel like you missed it. I feel like it just got some lower vibrational energies, just had it be slower than the possibility, because the possibilities were you could the end of the month, but it also could be till the end of the year. There's like this huge range, and the more you work on your self-love, all the gratitude, putting your energy in the higher, but also looking at, with this world card and full card, it's looking at your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are lower vibration out of fear that you don't. It's like, why do I believe that anymore? I'm clearing away these thoughts that don't serve me anymore, these emotions that don't serve me anymore, relationships that don't serve me anymore. Clutter, you're decluttering your entire being, thoughts, emotions, energy, and physical stuff. And it's like, all right, while I'm waiting, I'm going to get busy and do all this stuff, because as you raise your love vibration, that speeds things up for you. And that's what I like. So I like an infinity. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. And thank you again so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. Boom, boom. So I love this energy. Let me just shuffle these up. And I think that was the last of my donation. So if anyone else wants to prioritize their reading, you can be up next. Otherwise, I'll be starting the free readings here. All right. Boom, boom. Check, check, check. I love it. All right. Yes, I do see your question, Eshu. So you don't have to keep posting it. I'm not going to do it any faster by posting it a bunch. I do honor donations if you want yours prioritized. Otherwise, I do go down in order, first come, first serve, to be fair. So hang in there. Just try to see the screen through your tears while you're waiting. Hang in there. All right. So we're going to start with Doll Face Diva and messages from spirit. So let's take a look here. What does spirit want you to know right now, Dollface? All right. So, all righty. Look at this. Look at this. You got the sun coming in here and the Three of Pentacles. So, this is like this cool message from Spirit just about, you know, the abundance, um, the freedom, this beautiful warmth of the sun and victory and success and brilliance all comes from being true to your authentic self. It's the sun is don't be afraid to, shine bright. The sun does not ask permission to shine. It just does. It doesn't dim its light for anyone. And this Three of Pentacles is that too, is that it's like this just message from Spirit not to be drawn off by people that you're afraid that, will punish you for not being who, they want you to be, or praise that you'll lose, or support that you'll lose if you don't do what they want you to do. It's all about, shining bright and being you and being true to the authentic you and to shine bright, at this time. So, whatever is going on in your life, whatever, if you're just looking for guidance, it's like, who do you want to be, And I know such a what a journey this human life is, right? We're given so much definition and opinion growing up of who we are supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be and must be. We fear rejection because we're kids, we're children, and we're like, well, I'll die if I don't have this family to support me and, my tribe, my pack. I don't want to be ostracized and die alone in the woods. That's our, human mentality growing up as children. But we don't have like huge celebrations anymore of when we become of age, like 15, 16, 17. Some cultures do, with bar mitzvahs and quinceañeras, I think is what, in the Mexican, Hispanic culture, Latin culture, there's different ones that kind of keep things, but a lot of the world is we've stopped that tribal, leaving and coming back as an adult, and so we stick get stuck in this mindset of pleasing everyone because we don't want to be ostracized from the tribe when we realize, you know what? I can survive on my own. Screw the rules. I'm going to go be me. And this is the energy. I feel like your spirit guides and spirit are saying, be you. You can, you could, yeah, people might get upset if you don't do what they're supposed to do, but that's all out of fear. It's like you came into this world to be you and to shine bright. And this is a time Spirit is nudging you to don't be afraid, step out. You are so eternally and unconditionally loved by a host of billions and trillions and quadrillions of souls on the other side. The humans are a bit fickle, and when they, get into their little fear mode, we do stupid, unloving, unintelligent things. And so we're like, you know what? People are going to do what they're going to do, but I'm going to live my life. I'm not just going to exist for other people, right? And I love this for you. So this is what's coming in for you right now, Dollface Diva. Woo woo! So I'm excited to see what you do with all that. So many blessings to you. And then MMC, you'd like a general around career for next week. All right, what does Spirit want you to know about next week here? Let's take a look. All right. So whatever barrier that you've been bouncing up against here with the 9 of Wands, you're about to have an ending and a beginning with all of this, and this is great. Because the 9 of Wands will represent this energy of, they usually have someone with a bandage on their head where like you feel like you've been hitting your head up against a wall over and over and over again. And whatever obstacle has you felt has been holding you back in your career, you're about to see a way through it with this death and this rebirth card coming in. It's like you've been looking at it, you've been wondering, you've been diving deep, and now you're like, wow, there's this change that comes in. And I like this for you because you're realizing a lot about this. And if you're like, well, I've been, yeah, I'm tired of this. I want to find a way through this. There's this great 2 videos. I call my own videos great because they're from Spirit. They're not from me. But here's the link to the Take 10 with Zen playlist, and there's 2 videos in there. Number 4 is about our energy, how our energy keeps things from coming to us. And then episode 5 is about our out of balance, giving and receiving. or our inner child, even though in our mind I'm like, I want this promotion, I want this career, I want this, relationship or whatever. Our inner child's going, nope, you don't deserve that yet. It keeps things away. It's in charge of these force fields, which is the Nine of Wands. So I feel like that might help you. So if it resonates, check out them. Their videos 10 minutes or less. That's why it's take 10. But boom. So check those out. And I feel like that does help you move past some of these barriers if you apply the tools that they tell you about there, and it brings some great awareness. So I feel like you're like, oh wow, I see now what's been holding me back. And I like that flow for you. All right. So that's what they have for you, MMC. So many blessings to you. All right. And we'll continue moving down the list. We got Goddess Angelic Vibes 1111. Hello, hello. So you want to know about your divine counterpart, another little tidbit from Spirit about who is this, or how are they, or what does Spirit want you to know about them? All right. We've got here this Justice card in the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is like this place of prominence where they're above others. And this Justice card, this combination, I feel like the kind of work that they do is in some sort of like the justice system, whether it's a police officer or judge or just someone who is in a place of authority. With the Six of Wands, I just feel like they're raised in a position because usually they're on a horse. But I just feel like there's this passion they have for justice and for doing things. So either that, like a lawyer, attorney, prosecutor, judge, they're in this position around justice here, and because it's so important for them to, help people and not that they're all about rules, 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 but they're wanting to be in this place because they understand they've always had this thirst um, for justice, for rightness and protection, and it does go back to like their childhood. I feel like things that happened with them as children that they saw their parents go through, like if someone was unjustly, or like family, if someone was unjustly, you know, um, prosecuted or jailed or punished in some way, and they were like, so they ever since then it's like, no, we got to do this, got to fight for the right, for rightness and clarity, and I like that. So that's what they have for you. I like that, right? Goddess, you're like, hey, I'll take a lawyer. Cha-ching. I'm just kidding. I know that's not how you are, but it is someone that really stands up for that. And it can be like, how they have, and I feel like this is more their heart, where they, like a prosecutor who is trying to have things be done correctly. Or if it's a lawyer, it's not a lawyer who, you know, they'll be the ones that are, fighting for civil rights and, for the underdog and things like that. That's the kind of person that they are. So I love that heart that they have. All right. So that's what they've got for you, Goddess Angelic Vibes. So many blessings to you. And then Minahil, hello, hello. So will you meet your future spouse in June? All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? Is it the month of June? There is possibilities with the month of June here because you've got the Hierophant and the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is dreams come true. Hierophant is your higher self going, well, we just need to have some clarity around this dream come true. Oops, sorry, it's so bright. Maybe I should move this in front of the window. Got very bright out there. Just here. Maybe. Come on. It's caught on something here. There we go. Maybe a little better. Got this beautiful white house here, about 30 feet away, and when the sun hits it, it's like a spotlight sometimes. Yeah, a little better there. There we go. So, with this energy here for you, Minahil, there is like this, understanding of what restrictions, like small T truths that are around, this love and relationship, and it's important to see things from a higher perspective to cut away some of these fears and these things that just clog up, because what it does is when we have a lot of expectations around who someone is supposed to be and who I'm supposed to be, how the relationship is supposed to be, all these expectations, it just brings the path of possibility like this, right? And it's like spirit is like, well, this is on back order for 1,000 years. If you release some of these and open up your mind and your heart and have this flexibility, and then it can come within the month of June, right, or earlier. But the more we're restrictive, the later it is, because it's like saying, all right, I want this to be delivered, but it has to be delivered on Friday between 12 and 1. The possibilities of that happening, like, I need it on a Friday between 12 and 1. It's like, well, it can't come this Friday because, the shipping can't get there as fast. And so the thing has to get there. And for it to be delivered on Friday between those times, you need this carrier who only delivers on this. And so that can be done 6 weeks out. Or if you're like, I don't care what day it is, it can be here Wednesday. That's that kind of thing. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's what's coming in for you, Minahil, and I like it. So many blessings to you. We always like it when we are the ones in the power of it all, right? So I like it. So many, many blessings to you. And then Anju, you are up next. Anju 777. So message from your higher self. Let's see what your higher self wants you to know right now. All right. That one and that one. All right. Two number eights, and one of them is the Master Major Arcana number 8, the Strength card here. And this is, the Eight of Pentacles is about, stepping through and doing the work, and the apprentice becomes the master. Things start moving in the outside world. If one of the things you're looking at is returning to school or doing some sort of study, this is telling you have the strength and the capabilities. With you joined with your higher self, you can accomplish anything that you put your mind to. Eight of Pentacles is like, schooling and study. So that can definitely come in here too. And if that doesn't resonate for you, if you're not wanting to do some sort of um, mental study or spiritual study or something like that, this does talk about here of this transformation that you've been focusing on and connecting here. We've got the lion here is your human, and then usually there's a maiden on there, but the infinity symbol there represents your higher self. And there's this, you know, journey of transformation of caterpillar to butterfly that the Eight of Pentacles kind of comes into. And this does indicate you've been, doing a lot of the blood, the sweat, the tears about your own inner work too. And here you are ready to, come out of the cocoon as a butterfly. And if either a person or a situation like a job, an employer, or whatever it may be that you were wanting something to change along with you, if they didn't, and you come out of the cocoon, this beautiful butterfly, and there's still this giant caterpillar eating leaves, you're like, wait a minute. You were supposed to be a butterfly too, so that we could fly and go do butterfly things, but now you're a caterpillar and I can't butterfly myself and turn back into a caterpillar. I can't go back. I've got to go forward. I've got to fly. I want to pursue nectar, not leaves. Caterpillars eat leaves. Butterflies go pursue nectar, and they can migrate and go 1,000 miles. Caterpillars like 1,000 miles. Oh my gosh, a mile. I'd be lucky to be able to go a mile. And you're realizing whatever situation this is that's unfolding, that if they didn't change, it's okay to leave that behind and realize that they can't go where you're going, and you can't carry, a caterpillar. That's where there's this emoticon that I created for my channel members, which I have access to, of course, and here it is. You never see a butterfly carrying a caterpillar in the wild, right? Because they don't, and you don't see, them carrying their cocoon around either. They leave behind what doesn't, s- uh, you know, support them anymore. And it's like, okay, you don't see a butterfly walking along with the caterpillars going, what can I do? They didn't want to go. It's like, no, butterflies like, woohoo, and they're off on their butterfly adventure. So I like that for you, Anju. And you even have a butterfly. I just noticed, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed sometimes, but now I see your butterfly. How perfect that is. I'm glad Spirit is the smart one in this relationship. All right. So that's what they have for you, Anju. Many blessings to you and enjoy your butterfly adventures. All right. And then Anu Priya. Hello, hello. So who is coming towards you? Let's take a look here. Who does Spirit want you to know is coming towards you here? Oh, woo-hoo-hoo. Well, well, well. We got the Two of Cups, which is romance. It is an important relationship, especially with the Knight of Wands coming in here. There's this new passion. It comes in out of nowhere. It just like kind of blindsides you. You're like, what? I don't see anyone, and here they come in. You're like, well, hello. And so it is sudden, a lot of passion that comes in here. But I love that the Two of Cups are here too. So it's not just physical interest, trying to, get some booty, as they call it. I don't know why. Your spirit guides are funny. But it does come suddenly. There's a lot of passion, a lot of fire, um, and but the Two of Cups, it's a lot of emotion, a lot of love that comes in. It's like, do you believe in love at first sight, or should I walk by again? That's the kind of energy that just comes in here. It's like just a spark that draws you guys together, and it does come out of nowhere. The bottom of the deck, you've got the World card too, which kind of represents this energy of um, someone different than you normally would. It's an ending of an old cycle, the type of relationship, type of individual you'd be with, and it's like, holy cow, this is totally, people are like, who, them? Really? This is your normal type. I can see it, but where did that come from? And I feel like you're like, I don't know, but it fell from heaven, and I like that for you. So that's what's coming through for you, Anupriya. So many blessings to you. All right. And Patty. Hey, Patty, Patty. Thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that some love and a like there. Good to see you. And you want to know the friend who you moved in with, does she have good intentions for you? All right, let's take a look here and see what's going on inside this friend of yours here. Or if you need to buy a lock for your door, right? I'm just kidding. Just jokes, Patty, just jokes. Okay, let's take a look here. And what's the bottom of the deck? Okay, you know, the bottom of the deck here, and the Lover's card doesn't mean, romance and all that. It just means an important friendship, an important partnership that's coming in here. So their underlying energy underneath is great intentions. They have, it is, an important um, friendship, it's important relationship in their life. So it is, and it's a major arcana. So they're like, no, they do have great intentions. That's the bottom of the deck. Let's see what other cards came out here. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and I feel like they look at you here as someone that is. Um, I don't know if don't take offense if, they look at you as a mother figure. Just the nurturer, right? The nurturer, the caretaker, the you you're just a great source of wisdom and knowledge and grounded, the queen. This is how they perceive you, and they're like, yeah, I mean, not that they wanna use you, but they're like, they feel safe around you, with this kind of relationship. So I like it. Feels like good intentions. Um, Yeah, and we have here, you got the Knight of Swords, which is movement of thought and belief, and the Tower, which is, trusting that everything that comes into our life does happen for us and doesn't happen to us. And I like this awareness of our fears of things suddenly ending and the building of the trust, right? And this can be, um, you might have had some people who have had intentions that didn't match up to what you thought they were, and so, maybe a little bit of mistrust there because of past people, right? But I feel like this is an important relationship that teaches you to open up a little more and to trust a little more, which, my opinion of trusting humans is humans are great until their little inner child feels unsafe or out of control. Then they do stupid, unloving, uncompassionate things to feel back safe because their little 2-year-old and their pet hissing cat are in charge, right? And so, when we realize and we go, you know what, I'll trust people with this much because it's not my life I'm putting in their hands. It's just, I'm gonna trust them up to this point, and then if they mess it up, well, then they mess it up, and we'll see what happens, but, you trust them to a certain point, right? Yeah. Yep, I'm out here too. I like this, all this night, this questing that's going on here. 8 of Swords is movement of thought and belief and mindset, so right along with the Knight here, we've got this, looking at things from a different perspective. I feel like you both learn a lot from each other, and their intentions are here too to evolve and I feel like they have these I don't want to say dreams, but it's intentions of growing and learning from each other and gleaning from you because I really feel they really respect you quite a bit here. Um, though they may not never admit it because I feel like they're a little bit, I don't want to say act like a know-it-all, but this goes to and this is good for you to know that if they kind of boast, I wouldn't say they boast, but kind of boast about I know this and da, 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 da," it's because they have to. It's like they have this all or nothing mentality. I either am perfect or I'm nothing because it's how they were raised. And I feel like them hanging around you, you'll bring awareness to them and be a good mirror for them. I feel so, but I feel it's all good here. It's good intentions. I feel like they will learn a lot from you, and that you will learn from them too. Because they'll do some sort of acting like a fool, and it'll be like, okay, where's that fear coming up within me? What am I seeing in them that's in me that I can look at? And I feel like for you, I feel like you're gonna be able to present and not that you'll preach to them or blah 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 blah, but by your living, you're gonna show them a different way, and they learn a lot by watching you live. And I feel like what you glean from them is the fine tuning of stuff, like the triggers that come up, like, "Oh, I thought that was gone." And you're just like, "Okay, well, let's look at that." And I feel like it's like little book, little triggers here, book, book. But so I like this. I like it for you. Yay! I'm glad that resonates. So yeah, it feels good, and I like it. So trust their heart, not their mind. They do have great respect and all that for you. So all right. So thank you again, Patty, for your donation. I really appreciate that. Yeah, right. But when people do that, it's because they have low self-esteem. Because people who are smart don't have to tout it, but people that feel low about themselves have to try to make everyone think that they're at their level. Because what it looks like, they see you here, they see themselves down here, So they have to boast themselves up to make like them feel like they're at least on your level. And most humans feel this way. We think we have this low self-esteem, right? That we're taught growing up, be below us, and then everyone feels that way. And then, this person sees that person is up, but this person sees that person is up. And so when this person boasts, this person feels like they're trying to push them down. It's like it's you know, a wonderful adventure, isn't it? And then when we turn inward and find our worth inward and upward, then we stop being so um, comparative to others because we see ourselves inward and upward as priceless. And then we realize, oh, everyone has this powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being who's the actor behind this character. So everyone is brilliant and amazing and priceless. We're just all on this wonderful comedy that we're all participating in, and we can laugh a lot more. I like it. Absolutely, Patty. I love it. Thank you so much again for your question. I feel like that was for more than just you and me as well. So thank you for being a conduit of a question that's probably on a lot of people's plate right now. So much love to you, my friend. All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to clear my throat in the microphone there. Let me just take a quick sip of my coffee here. Hydrate a little bit. Oh my God, it's been an hour already. You're having fun when time just goes zoom, zoom, zoom. All right. So, Grace, 1111, you're up. So, you wanted a love reading. Let's see what the spirit wants you to know here. Around love, love, love. All right. That's two. Okay. Well, you definitely have Two of Cups, love, relationship, headed your way here. And the Five of Cups, this energy is about transforming emotion. And I like this coming in here for you. Sorry, I gotta show you the bottom of the deck too. You got the Lovers card. So great confirmations coming in here. And the Five of Swords. So all the two fives and then the Lovers card, with the Five of Swords and the Five of Cups. Um, it's talking here about what's important you to know around love is that um, things are kind of in a I want to say it's not a super slow motion, though it might feel like it, right? But it's like it's slow because it's giving you an opportunity to question and look at some of these thoughts that don't serve you anymore around relationship and love and emotions that don't serve you anymore around relationships and love. And with it being fives, those are numbers of change and transformation, which is good because that means you're letting go of these things. But it also is telling me that, they're being brought to your face. And so if you're like, why am I having this drama happen in my life? Well, these characters are putting on the drama for you so that you can become aware of these thoughts of fear that don't serve you anymore, fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of not finding love or being lovable or blah blah blah, right? And the emotions that are where those originate from, which go back to usually 7 years old and younger, where you know a parent, a grandparent, someone who was prominent and important in our life didn't return the love that we wanted and didn't give us the unconditional love, attention, acceptance, whatever that all our little inner children look for. And so these are bubbling to the surface so that you can be like, oh, you know what? I'm clearing house. I'm decluttering my mind and my heart. And it might even roll out into doing some clearing of energy. If you feel like this energy around you, doing some sort of cleansing, whether it's a bath or a shower, and just letting that water rush over you and cleanse and take away the energy that no longer serves you, and even cleaning out your physical world. But I feel like it's important for you to know that this drama that's happening is for you so you can identify these thoughts and emotions so you can clear them out and move them on away. So that's what's coming in right now for you, Grace. So many blessings to you. All right. And Really? Pie. Hey, hey. Thank you so much for your donation. And we give that some love and a like there. All right. Anyone to know, are you going to see and be with Neil today? All right. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know here. Let's give these a shuffle. Sorry. Got a frog in my throat. Notice that one that just sits right back in the back of your throat. You're like, just want to hack it up, but not on live on YouTube. So my apologies. All right, let's take a look here. Are you going to see Neil today? And be with Neil today. All right, let's take a look here. Well, we got Ace of Swords coming in. All right. Night, night, night. All right. Well, it looks like an affirmative here. So we've got the Ace of Swords, which is about new communication. And so I feel like they will here because you've got the Knight of Wands. Are you going to see him today? Yeah. Knight of Wands is movement, 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 action, passion. Even got the Knight of Cups, movement of emotion. So not only movement of passion, but movement of emotion too. So, these really are telling me here that yes, you will. And the Four of Pentacles is, a card for me, which is like stability in the outside world, but it is like because it's the outside world and it's like four walls, which tells me like home. And not like, and maybe this is like you're not going to see them out in the world, but that your guy's going to hang out, away from, you know, all that noise in the outside world, right? It's like Netflix and some, sushi, I don't know, or Chinese food. I feel like it's that type of energy if that resonates. But yeah, I definitely feel like this is an affirmative here. Really pie. So I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. And that's what they have for you. So enjoy, enjoy. So many blessings. You are very welcome. All right. Hey, Brenda. Thank you so much. I think I did just get the PayPal coming through here. So thank you so much for that donation there. Let me move this other thing out of the way here. There we go. Oh, yeah. So you guys did end up coming together. Yay. I like that. And he expressed to you a few important things. How's he doing about last night and what his thoughts and feelings toward me? All right. He's cute. I like it. All right. So let's take a look here, Brenda. So how is he doing about last night? All right. All right. And that too. Let's see here in that one. Okay. And his thoughts and etc. towards you. All right. All right. Wow. I like this. Oh, wow. Well, that makes sense because here's the fears around relationship that I was going to talk about here. Because the devil card is the shaking and this rattling and, around relationship with the Two of Cups here. And also, the bottom of the deck, we've got the Tower card, which is the fear of things ending, like they want to, and but it's this fear of rejection, right? The Tower card is this: I don't want something ripped out of my life if I get used to it, and that makes sense too about the fear of meeting kids, comes in with that because um, they don't want to be um, the source of a child's or children's pain and abandonment feelings, right? Because they're like, well, if I get to know them and we break up, it's going to devastate them. And I feel like it goes back to some abandonment issues, when they were young. They're like, I don't want to be that, you know. It's like they want to be a a good a good good person, I guess a good person, or a positive male role model, and not have be that someone that disappears, out of their life. So I like that because that does show care, right? Not like, oh well, yeah, whatever. So I like that they have concerns because they want to be a positive influence, not a negative one. So I like that. Yeah, he's a good person. He's cute, and if he's older than me, yeah, yeah, right, responsible. And do you mind if I'm older than you? You're like, no, I need someone as mature as me. It takes someone older to be able to keep up. Bada boom, psh, right? And how he looks at you, his thoughts and feelings towards you. He sees you as a high priestess here, which is great. I like the mysteriousness and the intrigue, how he thinks that you're intriguing, and he likes this um, deep emotion that you are, because let me just show you both of these together, because you've got the moon card and the high priestess. So he loves this um, Mother Luna nurturing, divine feminine energy. Just really, um, it just resonates with them, and I like that. And even on the bottom of the deck, you got the Queen of Wands. So he also likes the fiery. Again, the Queen is very much spiritually connected, and so they can sense it on some level, even if they don't realize it consciously. They recognize it subconsciously. They're just like, stuff. Like, you can sense emotion. I don't know if you've freaked him out yet about knowing things you shouldn't know. He's like, "What's that crystal ball on your table? You don't need to know yet." I like it. So it feels very good here. I like it, and they do have the Temperance card. So patience and allowing things to unfold, not rushing things, not pressuring things. I think this is what they like here about you, is that there's a good balance in between, in between those here. He's like, "Uh-oh, that's right, and I got some of your hair, so don't mess with me." I like it. So it feels very positive here, and, it's just, they just need to get past that fear there. So, looking good, looking good. So that's what they have for you right now. I like that for you, Brenda. So, yeah, I do like him for you, and for the kids too. I just feel like they're, you know, um, temperance, patience. They're like, allow things just to unfold. Don't put pressure on it. It's headed in this direction. I mean, it's very, it's very, I don't know. It just feels solid, and just allow it to unfold. Where it goes and how fast it goes depends on you with your Two of Wands energy. Your magic, the Queen of Wands, the magic. When you If you focus on gratitude for, and it sounds like you tell him a lot of things you love about him. And if you keep doing that, focus on gratitude for what is happening, unconditional love and joy and laughter, higher vibration. Try not to look into the missing, the wanting, what's not happening, those types of things, because that grows that, and it tells the universe, I want to experience more of that. And it's like, no, wherever your attention goes, the energy and growth flows. And so, just be aware of your energies, but it feels like it's just flowing in a beautiful direction. So, um, and I feel like he's at that decision point, right? Where he's like, meeting your kids is an important decision for them. It's not just something they take lightly. And so if they choose to meet your kids, then you're like, okay, then all right, you're not just I'm not just a fling, I'm not just something on the side, or, something extra in your life. I'm an important thing in your life. So I like that. All right, so that's what they got for you there, Brenda. So thank you again for your donation. And infinity is one. You getting ready to? Is that a cheerleader or are you ready to box? I can't tell. So thank you for your additional donation. And you want to know what are L's feelings and next actions towards you? When will you see each other again? All right, let's take a look here, see what Spirit wants you to know. So those are, you're welcome, Brenda. Feelings and next actions. Feelings. So that was feelings. And here's next actions. And then what was this about? Oh, when will you see each other again? Okay. I was like, what? I already forgot. What are these other cards? What's going on? Bottom of the deck, we do have the Ace of Wands. So there is this ignited passion that's there, this drawing and attraction energetically and physically. And yeah. So, feelings here, we've got the Seven of Wands and the Fool card. The Fool card, I just feel like if this is new, this makes sense because the Fool card does feel like a new adventure with this Ace of Wands coming in here too. And the Seven of Wands is a great energy in that, it's like they look at you as being in the spotlight, as being up on a hill, being up on a mountain, and not like you're on a pedestal, but it is this like, wow, the Full card is like you're not the droids I've been looking for. I don't know why they're doing Star Wars. Is he a sci-fi fan? You're not the droid that I was looking for. And it's like, wow, you're so different and new and unique, and they like that because of this difference that is there. And next actions towards you. Wow, two twos. So we've got the Two of Wands, and the High Priest is coming in here, and I feel like right now that their next actions uh, towards you are undetermined, and I know we love that when they tell us this, but it's the High Priestess is stepping back and really getting in tune with your connection. What are you picking up behind the scenes? What's hidden and unknown? What's below the surface coming up? And the Two of Wands is like your energy, like whatever you focus on is what's going to grow or expand. So a lot of what you're focusing on is going to determine it. But I feel like there's so many possibilities, some decisions are to be made because it's like, all right, I've got a plane ticket. Where am I going to go? And it's like, well, it could be anywhere. Like, what clothes do I need to bring? Well, it depends on what decisions are going to be being made here in the near future. Because if you're going to go to Hawaii, you're not going to need to park a coat. If you go to Alaska, probably not going to need a Speedo unless you go into a hot tub. But, whatever. But it's like this, this change, this possibilities that are open here. So as far as their um the next actions, that's what I feel is still undetermined. But if you focus your energy, and I think we talked about this earlier, when you focus your energy on the higher stuff, then that draws that in there, and that allows things to move faster and progress faster, and then that brings clarity here for you. Let's see, because we're asking about when here. Yeah, we've got the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords is about clarity, new communication coming in here. So, and the Five of Wands, which is a transformation of your energy, and a death and a rebirth here. So this all depends here. The when you will see each other again, all depends on this energy and letting go some thoughts and beliefs and the change, yeah, the movement of energy, like we talked about, from lower vibrational, missing, wanting, fearing, hating, in our life, because we're growing and expanding those things. It's that switch of energy until, what am I grateful for in them and these interactions with them? And what am I grateful for in my life too? That just the attitude of gratitude just becomes a beacon of drawing things into our life to be grateful for. And if we want a certain thing to be drawn into our life or to progress on the path that we're intending, writing and focus on gratitude around that specific thing, not what we feel is missing, but and not even really what we're wanting. It's what we already have, what we already love. It expands and more of that comes in, and then we can you know and I think I already talked about the energy of wanting with you in your last reading, I think, right? It's the not, asking, going, this is what I would like, and then just seeing it in our brain, in the movie screen, and our feel the emotion as we see it happen, our energy, our actions, like that physical action is writing down things I'm grateful for, and then that just draws in things. So there's a lot undetermined with the next actions and when you'll see each other again. But I like how they're feeling about you, though. So all right. So hopefully that makes sense there, Infinity. So again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. I think that was it for my donations for right now. So I'm going to scroll back up, and we had left off here with Starfall. So Starfall, you are up. So a love reading for the rest of the month. All right. Let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know? All right. Let's give these a shuffle. I'm just going to take a quick sip here. All right. So for Starfall, love reading, what would you like them to know? All right. What else? All right, one card. Well, I guess one card is all you need. You have the 10 of Cups. I mean, look, they even got the little heart with the kitty cat tails. I love it. So it does feel like as far as love, you feel your cups are filling up and overflowing. So very positive card, of course. It's, when we're asking about love, it's one of the most joyful, full cards. So you do have a spark here. You've got a Hierophant card on the bottom, which can represent some sort of commitment or gathering, marriage ceremony too. It's one of my marriage cards where maybe you're being invited to a wedding or to a gathering, and it's at this place that you just feel so loved by people. I just feel like that you're just in this place of joy and celebration, and it's in that moment of higher vibrational love and joy that I feel like you meet someone, and at least a spark is ignited where you're like, "Hey," and you get to talk with someone, exchange numbers, and then we'll see where that folds. But I do like this for you. I just feel like it's a very positive reading there for you, Starfall. So that's what they have. Easy breezy, short and easy. So accept that wedding invitation or gathering or party, even though I know I'm like, "Ugh, people." I'm just kidding. I feel like I'm in a party with you guys all the time. I can feel all your energy. So that's enough for me. You guys are more than enough. All right. So many blessings to you. You're welcome, Infinity. All right. And then Anusri, you are up next. So messages from the person on your mind. So what does this person want you to know, right? And this is coming through their higher self, of course. Their human doesn't know that you're diving in to them here. Okay. So that what they're telling you here is with the full card is that there is this desire for a new adventure, something different, something less restrictive, something more like a journey, that um it's like a little 2-year-old. You're like, "Yep." Uh, but it's the childlikeness of possibilities, and they don't wanna be told no. They don't wanna be told supposed to, should. They just wanna go on an adventure. They wanna go wander, through the toy store and see what's going on here, or wander through Disneyland or Disney World or whatever. They just wanna go on this adventure, and they don't want a lot of, "Oh, no, we gotta do it by this time, and this is what's your intentions? what, yeah, you have to do this, and I'm upset if you don't do that. They don't want any of that. This is their message, is like, I just want a big deep breath of fresh air and just to wander and wonder and enjoy. And that's the energy that's coming through with that full card right now. So that's what is happening there in News 3. Hopefully that resonates and makes sense. And that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. And so we'll continue moving down the list here. So we got DFS. You are up next. You like a love reading for March. All right. So let's take a look here. Let's see what for March. March. What does Spirit want you to know here? All right. I do want to this one and this one here. All right. Well, I feel like you're going to have someone be coming in your life here. You got the Lover's card and the King of Cups. The King of Cups is a card for me that represents, whenever we're doing relationship or love readings, is someone who's so compatible with you. They're a very balanced individual of heart and mind, and it just means that there's a lot of balance and a lot of cohesiveness between the two of you. So I like this. So yeah, I definitely feel like you meet and come across an individual that you're just like, wow, I really it's funny. Your spirit guides are saying like, "Wow, I really like them. They remind me of me." And that's good. It's a good thing because, you are an amazing person, and you recognizing I deserve to, date someone like myself, someone who's balanced, someone who can communicate, someone who wants to communicate, someone who shares feelings. I like this. So this is what's coming up here for you. And I like that for you. So many, many blessings to you there. DFS, that's what they have. So many, many blessings. All right. All right. Sounds good, right? All right. All right. All right. And Maria, thank you so much. I do see the PayPal just came through, the PayPal. So thank you so much. All right. Thank you for that donation. And so since yesterday, after you had the love reading, all right. Yeah, you got a lot on your mind, right? So let's take a look here. Dig a little in to find more things about the new love come in. Absolutely. Let's just shuffle these up here. All right. Some more about the new love coming in here. All right. All right. So we got 2, 2, and 2. Were they the one that was it you that had the teacher coming in? No, that was someone else. I think that was magician. Now that I think about it, I'm like, got the Hierophant coming in here on the bottom of the deck, which it feels like someone who's like a teacher, someone who, imparts knowledge and information and helps people, which could be either like I'm seeing like counseling or teacher, professor, trainer, someone that just imparts knowledge and helps people learn and grow about life or themselves. And then let's take a look here and see what else we have coming in here. Yeah, someone in the education system. Okay. Yeah, so that's coming through there again. A sign. We need a sign. Yeah, we'll see if there's well, the Hierophant, I believe is Taurus, but we'll take a look here. Because we've got, the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Swords. So it is someone that's very passionate about learning and growth. And I feel like one of the big things that attracts you to one another, which I think had we talk about this, then maybe if with education, I just feel like there's the spark is of the mind, but the queen balances both the head and the heart. So I feel like with this Ace of Wands, the spark that happens here is about, mentally first. So I don't know if you meet in an educational setting or if you, if you um, meet where you're communicating before you meet in person kind of thing as well. Like, I want to say online dating, blah, but it's like you're connecting in a different way. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah. And you definitely have here the Five of Wands and the Queen of Wands. And so I do see here there is this energy of passionless unbeing. Yeah, so a lot of passion here for sure, right? Because you got the Queen of Wands and the Five of Wands, which is a transformation of energies too with this Queen of Wands. And so I I really like this. I feel like one of the things that they really appreciate is observing you transforming energy, and if that makes sense. It's like it would be an example of like you go to a restaurant and they're short staffed and the waitress or wait staff is so stressed out and things are taking forever and blah blah blah. And I just see like you put your hand on the waitresses and they go, it's like, honey, it's okay. We're in no rush. Relax, you're good. And then, um, and then like at the end, um, you throw in extra cash to, you know, uh, as a tip. It's the kind of thing where they're just like, wow, you took this stressful thing and you made it so beautiful. And they see that and they like that about you. So I like that. Wow, all this stuff, right? And we have the Knight of Wands and the Three of Swords here. I One of the things here, I feel like they might have like a little um well, yeah, they must be in education because trepidation, that's not like a word I have in my vocabulary. And they're like, they have trepidation around the passion side, of things, and they don't want to do the wrong thing, and they don't want to, push or rush or do anything. Very respectful person. And so I like this that they're just like, well, I don't want to, you know, it's like, is asking for a kiss, is that gonna be wrong? Or, they're just like, and I like this that, that you help them overcome that, those trepidations. I love that word. So I like that coming in here. Ooh, nice. And then here we go. I mean, we talked about the Two of Cups here coming in. And here's that relationship and the Hanged Man too. I like the transformation and the time that you take and that there's no rush um and I just like how it's a beautiful progressing thing. It's not something that feels, oh, we gotta, it's just like you're allowing, it's like a caterpillar going through the process of becoming a butterfly. It's like it's gonna unfold perfectly. If you cut the butterfly out of the cocoon too early, the butterfly doesn't get to develop its butterfly muscle wings, which it develops in the struggle of getting out of the cocoon, and then it can fly. If you cut out a butterfly too early, it can't fly. Never develops. It's like it's pretty, but they're useless. I have to walk around like a caterpillar still. So I like this energy coming in here for you. Yeah, even on the bottom of the deck, you even have the Seven of Pentacles, which is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, and allowing things to take their time to unfold. So I like it for you, Maria. And that's what they have. And I do feel here, the Hierophant on the bottom just really stands out, which I believe Hierophant is Taurus. Let me just double check here. I have like a little list. When in doubt, check the list. Yeah, the Hierophant is Taurus, and think, yeah, because then the Hanged Man is Neptune and water and all that, so I just don't feel like I feel like it is very grounded, and that energy of Taurus feels more like them with I'm picking up what they're putting down. Yeah, an earth sign, yeah, just that earthiness, yeah, for sure. Absolutely, I appreciate it, and thank you for your donation. I love this for you, I'm excited, I'm excited. All right. Just put the cards back in here, and we'll continue here. I'll be on for about 25 more minutes, and the free readings I don't get through, depending on how many, I think I'll have enough where I'll end up coming back on as well. So hang in there, everybody. All right, Maria, woohoo! Right? You're like, yes. Oh, you're a Taurus. Okay, well, that makes sense, right? So you're like, yeah, ruled by Venus. Absolutely, my pleasure. All right. And we had left off here. So, soul searching vibe, you are up next here for the next free reading. Take a look here. So, what is your divine counterpart planning, are they planning on pursuing you soon? Sorry, all these cards came flying out. Take a look here. Shuffle these up. So, based on their current energies, are they planning on pursuing you soon? Let's see what a spirit wants you to know here. I wouldn't say super, super soon. We got the Sun card and the Eight of Cups. This energy combined together, I feel like they're in the process of clearing away some emotional old stuff and clearing up relationships and leaving relationships and situations that don't serve them anymore. So they're doing a little bit of inner work. I don't feel like it's forever, ever, 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 but there is this energy of diving deep, and kind of feel like that's what they're telling you, that you can be doing too. And it's the mirror, right? They're like, well, I'm in the middle of you know building up this vat of emotional energy that I can give you. And so all this emotion, that's charged emotion, that I'm using emotional energy to maintain down below. And all these friendships, relationships that I'm giving so much and getting so little back, I'm revamping and clearing it out. I'm doing an audit. That's funny. Doing an audit of my emotional energies, where I'm investing them and doing them, because I'm bringing a lot back so I can have this for you. And so, I like it that you know, they're like, this is my intention, this is what I'm building up. And they're like, if you want to do that too, that just helps speed things sooner. The more you raise your love vibration, the more you build up your emotional energies by getting rid of old emotional stuff that's being maintained below the surface. And friendships, relationships, like I said, could be family, friends, exes, coworkers, whatever, where like, I'm investing all this energy and I'm always giving 80% in that relationship. And I think I'm the one that's keeping it. And I don't even know if they really want it. I'm going to back off to 50%. And that relationship just drifts away. And you're like, okay, so they don't want it. So I'm going to take back all percentage and not invest anything in it anymore. So you're pouring all this emotional energy back in. So I like that for you, soul searching vibe. And that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Goldie, you are up next. So how will your forever person, how will their professional life be? All right, let's take a look here and see. What does Spirit want you to know here? All right, I give you one card here. So we have the Five of Cups, and their professional life is someone who helps people move things emotionally, transform their emotions from lower to higher. So I feel like it's going to be in some sort of uh, way of, it could be like counseling, where they help people understand their emotions and move it to a different place. Um, and I kind of feel like that is a big piece of it there. So psychologist, counselor, that type of energy. I almost feel like they do a side thing too. I don't know why, you know, doing, um, something that helps, uh, raise lower vibration to higher vibration, either, like I'm just feeling like comic, like they like doing comedy or singing or something that lifts people's spirits. I feel like they do their main job, which is counseling, that type of thing, but they do a side thing of, DJing or playing music or singing or comedy. It's something that lifts people's spirits too, so the professional life is the career, but I feel like they do a side thing too, which I feel like that's probably where you meet them, is when they're doing their side stuff and you find out, "What? You're a counselor?" And they're like, "Yeah, I like doing this because it's an outlet for me to express my emotion, but it also raises people's spirits." It's a win-win. So I like that. All right, that's what they have coming in for you, Goldie. So many blessings. Another little tidbit. And then smooth life. You want to know any blessings coming to you soon? Let's take a look here. There's always blessings. We'll see what they want you to know about a specific blessing. All right. Yeah. So you have this blessing that comes forward here. There's some sort of decision that you have now or that is coming up in the very near future where you're kind of at a crossroads and you're like, I don't know which way to go, what I should do. I don't know. And the Ace of Swords is clarity coming in, and you can ask spirit too. They don't meddle in our life, but if we ask of our own free will, going, with this decision, can you give me information that just makes it a no-brainer? And boom, they give you something, and it's no-brainer. It allows you to change directions here with the Three of Wands and go in a direction that you hadn't anticipated going with this new information. So feel like you were leaning towards a direction going, well, on paper, this seems like what I should do and where I should go and who I should be with or whatever. But then new information comes out and you're like, oh, that, no. And you're like, well, what about that? And it's like, wow, okay, yeah, that's it. Now that this is out of the picture, I know this is exactly where I want to go or who I want to be with or whatever, right? So I love this for you. And it is a blessing because this indecision, I feel like whatever it is, it's just been um, uh, dwelling within you and just be like, ooh, taking a lot of your mental and some emotional energy. And it's like, okay, wow, look, this is a great relief. Just comes, the answer comes very easily. Things resolve, and you're like, wow, this is a blessing. So I like that for you, Smooth Life. That's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right, whoops, grab the whole page here. All right. And then angel blessings. You are up next. So spirit guidance. Let's take a look here and see what we have here. What does spirit want you to know right now? All right. Wow. Wow. So you've got the Sun card and the Ten of Cups. Sun card is like joy, brightness, warmth, celebration, um, success. And Ten of Cups is joy, full and overflowing. And I like this. I feel like the guidance is, whatever is happening in your life, just know that there's always a sunny side to it. And every moment, you know, is a choice between unconditional love and joy and gratitude and all that, or lower vibrational fears and those lower vibrational energies. And we're taught a lot like, oh, when that happens, feel this way. When that happens, feel this way. When that happens, feel this way. And it's all about darkness, right? Oh, it's horrible. It's terrible. We're taught, look at the fears, just feed them, feed the dark wolf, grow a pack of dark wolves. But this is saying that they're just giving you some guidance, going, there's no right or no wrong. There's never any judgment from them. But they always like us to remember there's always a second choice. And if we choose the lower vibration, we can do that as long as we want until we're bored with it and tired of feeling those lower vibration. Then you can choose joy. Just choose happiness and joy for no reason at all. No one can take it away from us. And it's great because our natural state is of unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace and all that gratitude. That's our natural state. And so they're saying that there's always a sunny side to every situation. There's this, I wish I could remember his name, but it's a little cute little like 8-year-old boy, and I think he's from India. Um, and he's like a little master in a little human body. And one of the videos that I saw of him, he said, whatever you practice, you become an expert at. He goes, you can practice over and over again, finding what's wrong in something, and you become an expert. Where when no one else can find something wrong in a situation, you can. He goes, but you can also become an expert at finding the blessings in things, finding the brightness in things. And then you become an expert where in situations where no one else can find something to be grateful for, you can. That's our power. Become an expert at what you want to be an expert at. And I love that. I feel like that's their message for you right now, too. So there you go, angel blessings. So many blessings to you. Alrighty. Right, and then Pinky, you are up next. So who is manifesting you and why? Uh-oh. Who's bringing you into their life? You're not a genie that people can, manifest you into their life. We draw ourselves together, right? So who are you drawing into your life is a real question, right? So you got the Six of Wands, someone who has equal passion with you, and the Eight of Swords too. I like the equalness of the sixes and the eights. It's very balanced. Four on each side, three on each side. And it is someone who has also been looking into their own mindsets and finding out, what of their own thoughts and beliefs have blinded him and bound him and made him feel trapped in the past here. Um, I feel like this is someone that you already know, and, yeah, and I feel like this moon energy, this is gonna be important here. This, Pisces new moon tomorrow, if you haven't checked out my pick a card around Pisces new moon, I feel like this is gonna be an important, change that comes in here for you because there is awareness, this new connection with them, and I feel like it's been a little while. 2 to 3 years is what they're showing me in my head, but when you hung around before, I don't f maybe there was a little spark, but it wasn't like I feel like with whatever you both were going through at the time, it dulled the spark, but I feel like when they come back into your life now and it's a new spark, and because they have transformed thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, and you have, and that there's a spark that between you guys this time that wasn't there before, and you're just like, wow. So I feel like it's just a like, hey, they went away and they're back, or you went away and you're back, whatever it is. I just feel like that when you guys come across each other's path, either they're like, "Hey, you wanna go grab a coffee?" And like, "Yeah, let's catch up." And you just like like, "Okay, we're just friends anyway. I'm just gonna say, hey, what's going on?" And then you're talking and there's a spark in their eyes and there's a spark in your eyes, and you're just like, "Hey, you wanna go grab dinner then? Are you hungry? Let's go get dinner too." It's just like the conversation continues and continues and continues. So I feel like that's who's coming in and who you guys are drawing yourselves to each other. So there you go. So boom, boom, boom. There we have. There we have it. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. Hey, Marilyn. Thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that some love and a like there. All right. So let's take a look here. So did Eric get your email asking for contact information? All right. Let's take a look here. All right. And then, is he in support of you in general? All right. Let's take a look here and see what they want to know about that here. All right. So we've got the King of Wands. So I do feel here that this, with all this energy and connection here, that they did get your email here, because I feel like they're on it. So I do feel like they did receive it. And let's take a look here if they're in um, support here in general. You know, I don't. This King of Wands energy with these, I don't feel like they're very supportive of like anyone else, because we've got the Hermit card, we've got the World card, and the Death card. These are endings and beginnings, and the Hermit card is this energy of being off alone here. I just feel like they're more internal with all of this energy that's coming in here, and the King of Wands, is a fiery type of individual too, that they're the energy on the bottom of the deck. We've got the Judgment card, which is like they're focused on their calling, their dream, what they're wanting to do. And they got the Three of Pentacles, which is, about being true to their authentic selves. And I just feel like all of this is just, it doesn't allow them to be a support for others, because I feel like they're trying to support themselves in their own dream, but they're going through a big transformation and change within their world too, with all of this. So, I don't feel like they are, like I said, someone can't give anyone anything that they don't have for themselves. So I don't feel like they're very supportive of themselves. This is what they're trying to do and be. And so they're learning to be supportive of themselves, and all that energy is being focused inward with all of this. Even the Nine of Wands on the bottom represents like a barrier that's up, that's keeping them from, moving forward there into anything on the outside world. That nine is, it's that hermit number again, drawing them and their energy inward. So yeah, which is all right. Um, what are you gonna do with that, right? It's like, well, there's a black hole sucking in all the light from around them. I think I'll still stay clear. And perhaps there's someone else, and all our support really does come from spirit and the higher realms, right? We have these thoughts and these, that come in with our life. We're taught, the outside world is what brings us what we need in each moment. And then we realize, you know what? It's not. It's not the world. That it's creator and spirit that bring us what we need in each moment. And we can depend on them, and we can connect with them and trust, you know, like you've never let me down, and the support I need, um, you'll bring it in through whatever direction, and I trust that you will. If you just I feel like it's a great time for you to develop this extra trusting relationship with the creator and spirit, and going, you know what? All right, I feel like maybe that's a dead road, and maybe that's the purpose of it happening in your life, that you wanted it to happen so that you could turn higher and go, all right. So thank you for always, bringing me everything I need in each moment. And this is what I'm needing. So can you give me some signs? Can you give me some direction? Can you bring me in support, please? And then watch what happens and what comes forward. So I like it. I like that for you. I know this, Eric. I just feel like they're all self-consumed in the quagmire of their own despair right now, whatever that means. But that's what's going on for you there, Marilyn. So many blessings to you. Thank you again for your donation. Hey, Techie, thank you for your dual donations, and those two. That will finish me out here. So you'll be my last two readings um, for this session, but I will be back to complete out the free readings in a moment here. I'll take screenshots. I'm going to head off here and spend some time with my praying mantis YouTube members. And then I'm going to eat. And so I'll be back in probably about 2 hours ish. And so I'll pop back on and complete all the free readings. And I'll actually even put like a little comment on the end of that new video stream that on there, listing the order in which I completed the free reading. So it's easier for you to go in and find that. So just make sure your settings are set to all under your notification settings so you're notified when I come back online. I will come back to this video and also post a link to that other one as well. All right, so let's get into this. So, Techie, thank you for your dual donations. The first one is a medical kind of question. So, of course, disclaimer in the description box about I'm not a medical practitioner, of course. So, seek professional assistance. Tarot is always designed for entertainment purposes. At least that's what we have to say in the United States. So let's take a look here. Should you be worried? Well, you could be if you want, but do you need to be? I don't feel like here with the Fool card and the Two of Swords. Close your mind, get out of your head and into your heart. Allow yourself to have this joy and this adventure. Let go of a lot of the thoughts and the beliefs and the mindsets around, things. That's what all that worry and all that fear and all that. I'm like, oh, what is that? Oh my God, what is that? Whoa, I wonder if that's right. We actually, whatever we focus on grows and expands, right? And so I like this energy of close your brain and your eyes and focus on the love and from within. But I don't feel like there's anything to worry about. It's just, it's a time to focus on joy and celebration and calmness and peace. And unless you want some, super duper fear experiences, then we focus on fear. We came down here for it. If you want to ride a fear ride, woohoo! If not, let's focus on higher vibration, right? Right. All right. So that's what they have for that one for you. And then the next one you want to know is when will you get your next job and what will it be like? All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know here. The when and the what. So the when, I like it. So the when here, we got here with the, Three of Wands, which is a change of direction with new information. And the Emperor is Aries information here. So I feel like, you're going to be taking a different direction. The Aries, of course, is Aries season is March 19th to April 19th. And the Emperor is, of course, someone who really takes control of their situation, takes control of their life. And, it's I'm going to do what I want to do. It's like, what's the next job you want? I feel like this what helps change things to a different um way of looking at it, right? Because the Emperor says, "Thank everyone, clear the throne room. I'm going to decide. Here's my plan. Here's the steps I'm taking, and I'm taking action." And I feel like there's this Three of Wands that does take you in this different direction here. Let's see here. Well, I like it. About the, what it was like, what's it going to be like? Well, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Aren't you going to go to school? The Eight of Pentacles is about, put the work, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the education, it can be there too. And I just feel like, that you learn a lot through it all. And maybe possibly you go to school for it. I just feel like, hello. and and there is. I mean, you've got victory with the Sun, and the Two of Cups is the emotional choice. How you enjoy it's up to you, but it's very successful. It shines bright light upon Leo energy again too. You got to have that. But there's this shining bright, and it puts you in this place maybe that's the spotlight we've been talking about forever. Um, but it does put you into the to this place, of being out in front of people, that's what lawyers do in law school, you eventually will be up in front of people. But I feel like it will eventually take you into prominence, where you stand out. Maybe you're going to take on a case. Maybe you become a prosecutor and you prosecute someone like an ex-president or something in the future, where all these lawyers like, Rudy Giuliani and all these people that are all well known across the world now for doing that. You're like, no, but maybe it'll be, not you're not those lawyers, the leopard lady. You're the prosecutor that's known for standing up for justice and doing that. But I like this for you. It is very again, the Two of Cups. It's the power of emotional choice. So whatever you choose and whatever you do, you will be, feeling full and complete and whole and um, it's that abundance of the sun card is great there. So I like it. I just feel like you're really focused in looking at law school. So um, it's like whatever you need, whatever's done in, that's your next career. That's the next, but the next job you take, I feel like are just going to be whatever you choose to take on to make ends meet while you pursue this dream. It just feels like everything else is just income. It's not a job. I mean, it's not a career. It's a job. It's income, and that's all that it is. And then if you get like loans where you don't have to even work, that might be something too. But I like it for you. That's what they have for you, techie. So I'm excited. Counselor, you're right. Yeah, exactly, exactly. So I love that for you. All right. So thank you again for your dual donations. I'm excited for you. Because I feel like that's the fiery expression that will be awesome for you there. All right. So let me grab some screenshots here before I head off. And like I said, I will be back in a couple hours to finish out the free readings here. And I will be back this evening too at 6 p.m. Mountain Time and tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So you can be sure to check it out there. And also, don't forget, we've got a new moon in Pisces tomorrow. And so be sure to check out the pick a card for Pisces. Let me just put that out here yet. Just take that last screenshot. And then let me grab that for anyone, just for ease of use. Here is the Pisces new moon alert pick a card. So it talks about how to make the most of the new moon wishes tomorrow morning. And also pick a card of what fear can I transform. And so be sure to check that out if you're looking for that. All right. So again, thank you guys so much for all your patience. I shall return. In the meantime, remember every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, enjoy the rest of your day or your night, wherever you may be in the world. And until I see you again, much love to you. You hang in there, you take care, and we'll see you soon.